In 1910, in the depths of the Naica Mine in northern Mexico, miners tunneling for precious metals got a lot more than they bargained for. After they breached a rock wall, their lanterns lit up a cavern straight out of science fiction, covered with transparent crystals growing up to 1 meter or 3 feet 3 inches long. It was given the name La Cueva de las Espadas, or the Cave of Swords, alluding to the long blade-like shape of the crystals. But there was more to come. So much more. Fast forward 90 years to April 2000, where two brothers, while digging a new shaft deep in an unexplored part of the mine, broke into a cave of staggering proportions. And what did they find? Imagine crystals as long as trees, adorning the ground and ceiling like giant ice sculptures left by nature. This is the birthplace of one of the Earth's most extraordinary underground landscapes, a real-life fortress of solitude, the Cave of the Crystals of Naica. Friends, welcome once again to the Mysteries of Latin America podcast. My name is Andrew Colon, and I'll be your guide as we uncover the secrets, the wonders, and the untold stories that make Latin America a treasure trove of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Today our journey takes us deep into the heart of Mexico, where hidden beneath the desert of Chihuahua lies a geological marvel that has fascinated scientists and mystics alike, the mystical Cave of the Crystals of Naica. Let's get to it, friends. The Naica mines are in the Mexican state of Chihuahua, about 150 miles south of the Texas border, and the Cave of the Crystals is about 1,000 to 2,000 feet, so about the height of 1 to 2 Eiffel Towers, deep underground. A little over a football field and about 2 stories high, this cave's chamber contains giant, transparent gypsum crystals called selenite, making them some of the largest natural crystals ever found. The largest measured so far is 11.4 meters long. That's almost 40 feet, with an estimated mass of 12 tons. Imagine a transparent crystal the length of the longest yellow school bus you've ever seen. And now, imagine hundreds or thousands of them. When it's not flooded, the cave is extremely hot, with air temperatures reaching up to 58 degrees Celsius. That's 136 degrees Fahrenheit, with near 100% humidity. To give you an idea, that's similar to the temperatures in Death Valley, but with much wetter air. So, it's not just the heat, it's the humidity. Because of these factors and because parts can be flooded, the cave is extremely hard to explore. Without proper protection, people can only stand approximately 10 minutes of exposure at a time. To study these caves, scientists have had to wear special refrigerated suits with built-in respirators so they could breathe down there. But even then, we're talking about only being able to handle 30 to 45 minutes down there tops before the extreme conditions make it impossible to continue. Now, drawing parallels to Superman's Fortress of Solitude is no exaggeration. Naica's cavern really is that amazing, where crystals the size of trees weave from every possible direction, and the site transcends the realms of the ordinary. It's a real-life sanctuary that beckons explorers, scientists, and dreamers to venture into the caves unknown to try and discover the secrets that are deep in the heart of our planet. And beyond being so mind-blowing in just a visual sense, the Cave of the Crystals has immense scientific value. Researchers study the cave to understand the Earth's processes, climate fluctuations, and the secrets that are hidden within the ancient crystals themselves. One of those secrets was discovered in 2017, when researchers announced the discovery of bacteria found in inclusions embedded in some of the crystals. The bacteria was dormant, and these researchers were able to extract and reanimate these organisms, which are not closely related to anything in the known genetic databases. Scientists believe that studying these microorganisms can offer insight into the potential for life on other planets with extreme climates. And I know what you're thinking. We've seen this movie before, Andrew. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's all fascinating. But how did these monstrous crystals happen? Scientists believe that the caves at Naica, which sit above a fault line and a volcanic magma chamber filled with hot, sulfur-rich water from below, and then cold, oxygenated water seeped down from above. Over time, the sulfur reacted with the calcium in the limestone to form a crystal-growing soup, which slowly cooled in these unique conditions. And when we say slowly, we mean about 500,000 years. The crystal's growth was an exceptionally slow process, with estimates suggesting that they expanded at a rate of 1 millimeter every 100 years. On the plus side, this glacial growth is responsible for the crystals being remarkably clear and pure. For some, the Cave of the Crystals transcends its visual and scientific allure and carries spiritual significance. The sheer magnificence and purity of the crystals evokes a sense of awe and wonder, even in photos. And the place has attracted individuals from various spiritual traditions who believe in the metaphysical properties of crystals for healing and energy work. Many who visit the cave speak of its transformative energy, describing a profound connection with the Earth's ancient forces. Though there's a lack of scientific evidence to support it, some see these crystals as conduits for spiritual energy, providing a unique environment for meditation and introspection, as selenite crystal is supposed to vibrate at a very high energy, promoting peace and calm, clearing blocked energy, and enhancing the powers of manifestation. Many crystal healers see selenite as one of the most powerful crystals of the universe. Now, this cave isn't the only impressive crystal cave down there. Two other smaller caverns were discovered in 2000, Queen's Eye Cave and the Cave of Candles. And another chamber was found in a drilling project in 2009. The new cave, named Ice Palace, has crystal formations that are much smaller, with small cauliflower formations and fine thread-like crystals everywhere. Now, they're smaller than the monster crystals of the Cave of the Crystals, but they're still mind-blowing. Recognizing the delicate balance between scientific exploration and the preservation of this natural wonder, the Mexican government, in collaboration with the mining company that operates there, has implemented measures to protect the crystals and limit human impact. Access to these caves is severely restricted, and researchers and anyone else who goes down there must adhere to strict guidelines to minimize their ecological footprint. Visitors are allowed to view these caves only in small groups with permission and supervision of the mine management. Some who aren't seen as fit to enter for one reason or another are allowed only to look in through a window at the cave's entrance. At the cave's entrance, there's a steel door protecting the cave. And as soon as you pass through it, the temperature hits you like a truck. But as soon as you get your first view of the incredible crystals, you want to keep going deeper. One person who wanted to go deeper was a miner who managed to bypass the protective door. Despite knowing the risks, he entered the chamber with just some plastic bags filled with air. He figured this would buy him enough time to enter and steal some of the precious crystals inside. The man was found dead the next day, slow cooked in a 140-degree oven. Nature can be beautiful and dangerous. So, don't expect any of these caves down there to become tourist attractions anytime soon. And since the mining company pumped water out of the cave to gain access, it said that once mining operations end there, they'll allow the caves to fill with water again to preserve the delicate condition of the crystals and possibly seal off access, submerging it forever. The Cave of the Crystals in Naica, Mexico is truly testament to the Earth's ability to create breathtaking wonders over thousands of years. Whether you see it through the lens of science or spirituality, this underground marvel continues to inspire awe and ignite the imagination of those fortunate enough to explore its crystalline depths. If you haven't seen the specials done by National Geographic or History, see them as soon as you can. My words are not doing the place justice. And it's places like this that let us know that no matter how much we've explored our planet, there will be always amazing surprises waiting for us above ground, below ground, or in the seas. And this is why today we tell you the story of the Cave of the Crystals of Naica, Mexico, on the latest episode of the Mysteries of Latin America podcast. If you enjoy the stories we tell here on the podcast, then don't miss out on future episodes. Make sure to hit the follow or subscribe button on your preferred platform, whether it's Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or however you're listening to us today. By subscribing, you'll be the first to delve into the hidden stories about Latin America's most intriguing enigmas with each new episode. And hey, if you've enjoyed the journey so far, be sure to share the podcast with fellow adventurers, mystery enthusiasts, and anyone with a curious spirit. Let's build a community of discovery and intrigue together. Friends, thanks again for listening. I'm Andrew Colon. Adios.